Hey YouTube, I've had the LaCie D2 Thunderbolt and USB drive for a couple of days now, so here's my first impressions. First of all, let's start with the speed test. In USB 3.0 and Thunderbolt, they are quite comparable. They are very similar to each other. And this is a 7200 RPM hard drive, and you do pay a little bit of a price premium for it, and also, that fancy aluminum shell. But as you can see, it's not really that fast compared to your Retina 13-inch SSD. So if you were going to use this as your backup disk or as your scratch disk, it is not as fast as the Retina SSD, of course, because it is a spinning drive. But it is quite a lot. I was going to say quite a bit, but that doesn't really make sense because it's quite a lot faster than the Seagate GoFlex Pro, which is a 7200 RPM USB 3.0 drive, and my internal drive for my 15-inch MacBook Pro, which is a 750 gigabyte 5400 drive. So yeah, you can definitely see a huge speed difference between the two. So let's break it down with pros and cons. It is very fast. It does have a Thunderbolt cable inside it. And, it comes with a Thunderbolt cable, and you have the ability to go from Thunderbolt to USB. I'm gonna have to rephrase that. You can go Thunderbolt and USB if you want, or choose which one you want. The cons: it is loud. I left this running last night to back up my 15 Pro. And yeah, when I left the room, I can still hear it. I can still hear the sound coming through the door. And it only has one Thunderbolt port, which is a really sad thing because my 15 Pro only has one Thunderbolt port, so that might be a problem if you have multiple Thunderbolt drives. And the price, you do pay a bit of a premium for it, as I mentioned earlier. So here's some miscellaneous things that I noticed. First of all, when your MacBook Pro sleeps, and in this case I had a Retina 13 MacBook Pro, when it goes to sleep, I was expecting Power Nap to kind of kick in, but it also puts the Thunderbolt drive to sleep, so I have no idea if that whole Power Nap thing is really working. I am assuming, though, that my MacBook Pro needs an update or something like that to enable Power Nap or to enable backing up to this drive. I have no idea, but for my brief test with it, it did not work. I'm gonna let you guys know if it does work at some point in time in the future. This drive could also be the last spinning hard drive that I buy, because I imagine that in about 3 years from now, I'm probably gonna be rocking an SSD external drive or just a larger SSD inside my machines. And the horizontal orientation is a pain. I know, it's not much to, whatever. All right, thanks a lot for listening, guys. See you around.